Hey team, Coach Lila here, coming at you with a new workout. I hope you liked last week's workout, Amp It Up, because we are going to do a similar one today, but take it up another notch. So for today's workout, you are going to need water, of course, and if you want a mat or a towel to put down if you have a hard ground, you are welcome to do that. Otherwise, you can get weights if you want. Otherwise, just body weight is fine. So let's get started with a warm up. So we're always going to warm up our bodies first and make sure our blood is pumping, our muscles are warmed up. So let's start with some jump ropes. So pretend jump rope is fine. Both feet. If you are not if jumping doesn't work for you, you can always just kind of bounce or you can do marching, okay? So jump rope, 2 feet. And then you can kick it out, 1 foot at a time. And let's take it into some jumping jacks. We're gonna do this a couple of times. Of course, you can step instead of jumping. That's an option. So today's workout is structured like last week's. We have 2 rounds of 4 sets of exercises, and each set has 3 exercises that vary in length and difficulty. Back to the jump rope. So we are going to start with a 45-second exercise, followed by a 30-second harder exercise, and finish up with 15 seconds hardest exercise. Go into those kicks. And of course, we have some modifications for you. But we're going to try to get through the whole thing if you can. No breaks in between those 3 exercises. We go 1 back to back. And into those jumping jacks. And if you need, you can take a quick break in the middle of an exercise and just get back as soon as you can, okay? So let's go ahead and freeze, and let's take it into some twists, releasing the heel as you twist, getting that back and those arms starting to warm up. Move a little bit, and let's take it over. Reaching, and we're going to bring it down for some windmills. So hand goes down, arm goes up, switching. You can get your hips moving too. Mine are cracking as they warm up here. Rotating the body and getting the hips moving. Now you can move your feet a little wider. We're going to really get the hips into it and even bending the knees, okay? So keep twisting. But bend those knees, alternating as you go side to side. Warming up the quads, the glutes, all the stuff. Okay. Good. And freeze on one side. And you're going to turn your back leg and, well, turn both legs so that you're in a runner's lunge. Okay? You can do this with your knee down or with your foot up. Just take a nice runner's lunge, pushing your chest forward, not curving down. Push forward. Let the hips sink. Good. And straighten that leg a little bit. Come back to the middle and switch sides. So bend your other leg, and let's turn it for a runner's lunge. Chest reaching forward, letting those hips sink down. Again, you can have your knee down here. That's fine. Good. And straighten your leg if it's bent. Let's walk back to the middle. And let's walk our feet in a little bit. Heels in, toes out. We're going to do some deep squats and straightening only whatever your body will allow for. So if your hamstrings are tight, you don't need to straighten very far. This is fine. If you can get all the way straight, great. We're bending and straightening. If this is your range of motion, fine. Just warming up, getting those hips moving, hamstrings going. We are going to be working the legs a bit today. So, and those glutes. One more. And let's pause at the top. Walk your feet in closer, roll yourself up, and you can roll your ankles and wrists a little bit while I start going over the first set of exercises. So, like I said, 45 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, no break. So I want to show you all three exercises before we get started, okay? First exercise is a front to back lunge. So you're going to plant one foot. So let's go ahead and plant the left foot, and the right foot will lunge forward and back, okay? Just 45 seconds, lunging forward and back. If you want weights, this is a good time to have them, but be mindful that you're going to have to dump them quickly between exercises. So forward and back here, making sure, woo, as I fall over, making sure that your knees and hips are going in a 90-degree angle. Work on my balance today. Okay, so forward and back, that's 45 seconds. You stay with this leg planted, and you're going to go into single leg squats. These are very difficult, especially if you have weak glutes like I do, so we need them. But your foot can either be lifted or down, and you're going to bend sitting back and coming back up. Now, however far down you go, remember, you have to come back up. So if you can go all the way down to the ground, awesome for you, but remember, you're going to have to make your way back. So up and down like this, nice and slow and controlled, sitting back. Again, foot can be down for balance and for control. Okay, so 30 seconds of that, then 10 seconds of burpees. So you can jump them, you can walk them. We go down, out, in, up. Now, we will have push-ups later in the exercise, but if you want to add one here, you are welcome to do that. Walking looks like this. Down, step back to a plank, step up, stand. Okay? So you can walk it, you can jump it. Your choice, only 15 seconds. So do what you need to do to make those 15 seconds your best. Okay? So enough chit-chatting. Let's go ahead and get started with that. 45 seconds of front to back lunges. Plant your left foot, toes are forward, ready, set, go. So we come forward and back. Now, if you want to add a little bit more dynamics, really push off that foot as you go, okay? Land softly each time. Pretend you live upstairs, or maybe you do, and you don't want to bother your downstairs neighbors, okay? So make sure you are landing softly, not flopping or pounding down to the ground. You can move your arms like this. You can keep them to your sides if you have weights, hands on your hips, whatever you want. We have 10 more seconds, and we go right into those single leg squats. Okay, keep it up. Almost there. Ready? Single leg squat, go. So we bend and come up. You don't want your knee going past your toe in the front. Okay, that puts a lot of pressure on your knee. You should feel this in your glutes. And try to keep your knee going straight forward. You can see this is my really weak leg, weak glute. So I have to take care to make sure my knee isn't wobbling in and out. It is, but try to control it. 3 more seconds and burpees. 3, 2, 1, burpees, go. Just 15 seconds, you can do it. Walk it or jump it, your choice. Add a push-up if you want, your choice. Your workout, your choice. Good job, almost there. Last one, go. Nice. All right, so you get a quick break while I explain the next one, but not that quick because it's the same, just on the other leg. So get water if you need, and we're gonna go on the right leg, planted. Same thing, forward and back lunges for 45 seconds, 15 seconds. So yes, it was only 15 seconds, but we get to do it twice in each round, so 4 times. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our forward to back lunges. Sorry, I saw something moving. Don't know what that was. All right, front to back lunges, 45 seconds. Plant that left leg, ready. I'm sorry, your right leg is planted. Your left leg is gonna be moving. Ready, set, go. Remember, big steps here so that you have nice 90-degree angles, or even wider is fine. Try to tuck your hips under. So you don't want to be here. It'll help you get to that 90-degree angle, even if you're not taking a huge step. So the difference between this and this, chest is up, okay? Your foot that's moving, the toes are pointed forward, same as the planted foot. Chest up, tuck those hips under, getting nice range of motion. We have one more each way, and then we go into single leg squats. Ready, go. So stay on that planted right foot. You're bending and straightening. Sitting back, coming up. If your leg is up, you're probably feeling this quad and hip flexor working too. You're welcome. Working the whole body, you know it. If you want weights here too, you can. Dump them for the burpees, of course. Good, try to keep your hips square, 5 more seconds and into burpees. Ready, 3, 2, 1, burpee, go. Remember to hit a good plank position in the middle of the burpee. Don't let your back arch. Make sure your hips go down. You got it, keep going. Can you get in an extra more than last time? Last one. And done. Nice job. 2 sets down, 2 to go for this round. Next one, we are down on the ground. So for this one, we are going to work our arms and our core, of course. So first exercise is a tricep push-up to a down dog. Now, you can do arms out push-up, but you're gonna have to move your hands every time. So try to do the tricep, because in your down dog, you want your hands facing forward. You don't want them like this. That's a lot of pressure on your shoulders in not the greatest way. You can't get as good of a stretch. So turn it forward. You have options. You have on your toes, push up, down dog, push up, down dog, or knees. You can have them as close as you want, push up, down dog, or far away. Now, when my knees are that far away, there's not much difference between the toes and the knees down, just I can control my form a little bit better, okay? Another option you can do is push up back into a child's pose if a down dog is too much on your shoulders. So that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, you can do on your hands or your forearms, and you're just gonna tap your knees, okay? Plank, tap your knees. If you're in full push-up plank, okay, it's a little farther to reach your knees so you don't have to touch, okay? Just bending them. Last exercise, either on your hands or your forearms, you are doing spider climbers. So same size, side. So right knee to right tricep, left knee to left tricep, okay? That one's only 15 seconds, but we're doing the whole thing on our arms. So keep in mind, it's 1.5 minutes, nonstop. Let's get ready. Hands down, toes or knees down for push-ups to down dog. On your marks, get set, go. So remember, tricep push-up. Keep those elbows, the arms slide right by the body, okay? They're not going out. And take the opportunity to stretch your hamstrings in the down dog. You really push your heels down, your hips up to the sky. And in your push-up, try not to bend your head down. Try to keep it as neutral as possible. And I'll see if I can show you elbows are in here, okay? Doing great. We just have a few more seconds, 10 more. Keep going. And then we go into the plank knee taps. Ready? Go. So plank and knee tap. You can be on your forearms or on your hands. You're just doing a plank, tap, tap. Now, if you need, this is a plank. As long as your knees are far back, you're still working. Here, if you need to just hold the plank, that's fine. The knee tap adds a little bit of extra work for your lower abs, Few more seconds and we go into those spider climbers. Ready, set, go. Same knee to tricep. Okay, keep that butt down as best you can. I know it's burning, keep it up. Quick break if you need, come right back. Last one, and down. Woo, you can take a quick Sphinx stretch if you need. I'm gonna show you the next 3 exercises. We're flipping over to our backs. We're gonna start with dead bugs. So, dead bug, 90 degrees at hips, knees, arms, or the shoulders. And we go same side to touch, but remember, no arching the back. You're not working your abs then. Tuck it under. So see the difference? Arch, tuck. You wanna get that butt off the floor, hips turned under, okay? You'll feel it. If you're doing it right, you will feel it. So same side, 45 seconds, then 30 seconds, straighten your legs, or as much as you can, and we're just gonna do little crunches, okay? Up, reaching for those toes, shins, wherever you can reach. That's 30 seconds. 15 seconds of bicycles, okay? So crossing, keeping those elbows wide. You can do it here, or you can do it sitting up, okay? In more of a boat pose. That's your choice. So we are gonna start with the dead bugs. Get ready, on your back, get set, 45 seconds. Go, make sure to tuck that butt up off the floor, hips roll under, okay? If you're doing it right, you're probably gonna start shaking pretty early on because it is quite a difficult exercise. Push your belly button down through to the floor. Make sure your lower back stays engaged and touching the floor. If you need a quick break, do it and come back. Okay, we're almost there, and we go into those toe touch crunches. 4, 3, 2, 1, toe touch, go. So legs up, touch. Breathe out with each crunch. Get those shoulders off the floor. Woo, it's burning already. Doing awesome, 10 more seconds. And we go into bicycles. Go, bicycles. Keep breathing. Keep those elbows wide. Whew. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh man. Woo. I'm feeling that. Oh, I need a quick stretch before we get ready to start again. Oh, so that really minute and a half of your core super engaged and tight, okay? It's a lot of work. So we repeat the same 4 sets, starting with that forward, backward lunge, okay? So I don't have to explain every exercise this time. You know what they are. So we're just gonna go a little quicker through them. So we start with forward, backward lunge, into single leg squat, into burpees. So, are you ready? Get your breath. Get set, 45 seconds. Plant that left foot, and go. Now, I can still feel my abs working in this exercise. They're a little fatigued from the last round. That's okay, but it just means it's gonna be a little harder this round, and I know I'm working my abs and my whole core in this exercise, okay? If you need to balance in between, totally fine, okay? If you can't go that deep, that's okay, okay? You want to try to get the full range of motion, but do what's best for your knees. Less than 10 to go, and we go into the single leg squat. Last one, and into single leg squat, go. Down and up, sitting it back, Whew. Working that balance and that strength. As I said, you might have a weaker side. This is mine, and I know that. So I have to really take care to balance, use control. We're gonna do one more and go into the burpees. As far as you can. And burpees, go. Remember, walk it or jump it. Your choice. Whatever you can do to keep good form. You know that's the key. Good, last one. And done. Nice. Get a quick sip of water, and we'll go to the other side. So now we're gonna plant our other foot down. Back and forth on the other leg. Whew, told you this workout is tough. So do what you can, but don't sacrifice your form, okay? Ready? Plant your foot. Get set, and go. So front to back. Try to keep both knees tracking straight forward, not in, not out, straight. Tuck those hips under, keeping the chest up. Quads should be a little fatigued. We know our core is. Good. We're almost there, 15 more seconds. Keep it up. Chest up, butt tucked under. All right, going into the single leg squats. Ready, set, and go. Single leg, sitting back. So this really helps strengthen those glutes, which us runners and cyclists desperately need to strengthen. So it's a really good one. It's hard, but it's a really good one. If you want something to balance on, that is great, okay? Balance to help yourself get a little lower as needed, okay? Let's do one more and go into those burpees. Ready, set, burpee. Good form at your level and pace. Maybe you can speed it up a little. Maybe you need to slow it down a little. You do what you need. Okay, one more. You got it. Whew, all right. Done with burpees for the whole workout. Nice job. Okay, let's head into those push-ups. We're going into tricep push-up to down dog, okay? So we're getting that full range of motion with the shoulders. We are getting a nice hamstring stretch in the down dog and really working those triceps, okay? Great muscles for all of our sports, biking, for swimming, definitely, and even running, right? We pump our arms as we run. So let's get ready, not to mention our whole core as we work on the plank position. So into our plank for the push-ups, then we have the knee plank taps and the spider climbers. On your marks, get set, plank, go. So hands are straight forward so that we can get into the down dog easily. Push your hips up and back. You don't have to hold either one too long. You don't have to swing. Nice controlled movements. Keeping your core tight and engaged. Elbows sliding right by your body. We're only doing one push-up at a time. So keep good form. And everyone, remember, knees are an option. A great one. Good form is far better than having bad form. Okay, into plank, knee taps. Ready, go. So good form is far better than doing more reps or doing a tougher exercise. As one of my favorite kickboxing instructors, Krista DePaula, says, ain't no shame in my game. So if you need to do this for your plank, you're working hard, great. Doesn't matter. You do what's good for you. Keep working. If you're doing this in your plank, you're hurting yourself. We don't want any injuries, just strength. Last one, spiders, go. Get that knee, try to make contact. Can you touch that tricep? It's hard. Do what you can. One more each side. Nice. And down. Woo. All right, flipping it over. Guys, one last set, and I have a bonus finisher, so don't worry. Always good times with extra stuff. A nice little surprise. So, we know this one is an ab killer. So, again, best form over reps or form over ego, okay? So, dead bugs, keeping that lower back touching the floor, okay? Don't put your hands under because then you still have the ability to arch. So, it doesn't matter if this is your motion, ain't no shame in my game, right? As long as, thank you, Krista, as long as you are keeping good form. So, dead bugs into straight leg crunches, into bicycles. Ready, set, dead bugs, go. Lower back down. Abs engaged. Pushing your lower, so your lower back's on the floor. Your belly button, feel like you're pushing it through the floor, and your ribs, don't let them arch out, pull them in and down. If you're pulling those ribs in and down, that's gonna make sure that your belly button is going toward the floor, making sure your lower abs are engaged. Okay, so ribs in and down. If they're open, you're arching your back. So in and down. Whatever cue or visualization helps you. One more each side. Do that. Okay, and crunches. Legs up, go. Breathing out. Each crunch, make sure those ribs are going down and in. Doing great. 5 more seconds. We go into bicycles, our last thing. 3, 2, 1. Bicycle, go. I know your abs are burning, but you can do it. Hold on, just 10 more seconds. You can do this. Come on, team. 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice. Don't go too far. We have our bonus exercise. It's only 10 seconds. You can do it. Our bonus exercise is you are going to do a push hold. So on our backs, lower back down, you are going to push your knees away while your knees pull in toward your body. So it's that everything you put into it, you get out of it. You can push as hard as you can, as hard as you want. The more you push in each direction, opposing directions, the more you get out of it. So 10 seconds, that's it. Ready? Hands on your thighs, upper towards your knees. Get set. Go. Push your knees into your hands into your knees. You should be shaking. 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4. Keep pushing. 3. A little more. 2, 1, 0. Oh, just let it go. All right, just stretching on the ground, flat out. Deep breath in. Let it out. One more deep breath in. Let it out. Oh my goodness. That was a great one. Take your arms over your head. Stretch your legs out as far as you can. Get a good full body stretch here. Nice. Oh, I feel it here. Let me tell you. Okay, you can roll yourself up however you need to. And we are just going to go ahead. We're going to crisscross our legs here. Okay. You can do feet together. You can do one, actually, let's do one foot in front of the other if you can, because we're going to switch sides in a second. So keep one foot in front. We're just going to slowly fold forward. Okay. We need to release those hips. We need to release that back. Okay. We worked those glutes and hips a lot. We worked that back a lot. Okay. You might not have noticed, but those glutes Take a breath in. See if you can get out a little more. Those glutes, we really worked them in those lunges and those single leg squats especially, and even in those burpees. One more, and out. Good, let's go ahead, roll up. We're gonna switch your legs. Okay, you might not always do this, but it's good to go to the wonky side, okay, because it does stretch your hips a little bit differently depending on what foot's in front. Okay, now let's walk it back out. It might feel weird, but good weird. Something just to get used to. Now our lower back, we really worked in all of our core and ab exercises, okay? So you wanna let that release as well. This is really nice. You can let your head fall, but make sure you're reaching forward with your back, not rounding. So the difference here, you can see, this is reaching forward, this is curling, okay? So reach it forward and let it go. Try to keep your hips down. You should feel it here. Okay, I definitely feel it in my piriformis, in my TFL, hip flexor, all in here. Okay. Breathe in, let it relax out. One more, breathe in, let it relax out. All right, roll yourself up. And we are gonna take your right leg, you're gonna pull it a little bit over and walk your left leg all the way out to the outside. Now, if this works for you, great. Sit this hip down. Don't let it pop up. Sit it down. If this is too much for your knees or your hip is too high, you can either put a little blanket under or just straighten your bottom leg. Okay, that's great. As long as your hip is down, straight leg is fine, or bent leg. What we're going to do is we are going to reach your left arm around your right, reach up, and twist as you exhale. You can pull that leg in. Again, if your foot is here, your hip is down. Get that left hip down. Okay, reaching. With each inhale, lift yourself up. With each exhale, release into the twist a little more. You should feel this in your hips. Up and release, twist. You should feel it in your upper back as you twist. That's where we're initiating the twist, okay? Or your mid back, really. Good, you don't need to move your neck really far. One more. Twist. Good, and we're gonna take a counter stretch. So just turn yourself in the other direction. You can pull that leg in again. Good, reach up. Breathe it out. Really get that hip down. You're feeling the twist, both twists, you're feeling it in your hips. Reach up. With your crown of your head, twist as you breathe out. One more. Good. Now you have two options to switch legs. So you can either can it this way, okay? Or you can keep your feet down and you're gonna stand up, not all the way, but twist yourself around. And there you go. If your feet are planted, you just twist as you swirl around into the other way. So now your right leg is in front, your left leg is bent under you, or maybe your left leg is straight in front of you. Again, either one is fine. So we are going to reach up, make sure that right hip is down on the floor, not popped up. If you need to move this foot out of the way a little bit, you can do that. Okay, so we're gonna reach up. We're gonna twist over to the right. We're gonna start this way this time. We're doing both sides, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, you can hug that knee in with your arm and get that extra stretch in the piriformis and outer hip. Reach your crown of your head up as you breathe in. Twist as you breathe out. Twisting through the mid back. We really worked the whole body today, so we want to stretch it out. One more. Breathe it out. Good. We're going to switch sides, so just turn the other way. Wrap your right arm around your leg and twist it over this way. Make sure that hip is staying down. Don't let it come up off the floor, okay? Lift up. Twist it. Lift up. Twist. One more. Good. And I even feel it all in my outer leg here in my TFL, my hip flexor, on my IT band. Good. Let's go ahead and unwind our legs. Put them straight forward. We are going to bring, before we reach forward, we're going to bring one arm up, pat yourself on the back, grab that elbow, reach up with it, not just over, up. And then if you can pull it over a little bit, great, but don't pull down. Okay, so just up is a good enough stretch for that tricep. We want to get the tricep and even into the lats here, okay, in the outer shoulder. One more. Good. Switch arms. And you can see as I breathe in, my ribs go out. And as I breathe out, my ribs are going down and in, just like in those crunches, so that I'm really getting that stretch, pulling up, not necessarily over. Head is neutral. Make sure those ribs are going down and in. One more breath. All right, reach both arms up and lean forward. Again, this is a flat back one. We're not going down, we're reaching forward. See the flat back, not the curve. Flat back. Wherever your hands fall is great. If you can reach your toes, awesome. Let your crown of your head reach forward. And then you can sink a little further with each exhale. If you have a slight bend in your knee, that's fine. We're trying to get some release in the back and the hamstrings. Breathe in. Let it out. I find when I have a little bit of pain or tightness in my lower back, it's usually because my hamstrings are tight. So make sure you're stretching your hamstrings really well. One more. All righty. If you need more stretching, go ahead. But we should have stretched out pretty well. You guys did an excellent job. That was a tough workout, but you did it, and you're gonna be stronger for it. You guys know you can always come back to any of these workouts to try again, see how much stronger you've gotten as it gets easier. Great job, and as always, go team!